I believe it is this one. If not, we're just gonna have to talk to everyone with the blue quest to figure out. It appears my calculations were correct. I knew that at this very spot I would encounter none other than Zera, the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain that of my math I stood here for. Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I am NemGG, assistant of Professor Claudian. We work with the Antioscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our very conjecture. You've been into the center of the star for far beyond it. Holy shit. However, so we hope that you may see something in the crystal that we academics do not. I beg you lend us a well-traveled eye to Aporia. Professor Claudian will be eagerly waiting for you. Claudine. Greetings, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I'm sure NemGG has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I'm Claudine, leader of this little research collective. I must admit, I have been nervous about this meeting ever since NemGG set out to find you. For a researcher in my field, there is no greater honor than to meet the first man in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. The professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements of his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other Charlan, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single man, we must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from him, and perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea from the Antitower in the Dravidian Hinterlands. Oh, there we spoke to Heidelin and learned of the fate that. Oh, wow, so it was them. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and though the Antiscope did, we continue our vigil. As impressive a work of devices, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long ago, after the Exodus was declared, we discovered an unusual crystal shard during our routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed the ethereal density that exceeds that of a normal crystal by orders of magnitude, but its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean over before we were forced to turn our forces towards the Exodus. Crystal was not very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. But thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. Thus did we decide to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the universe and beheld its innermost secrets, and now we would have you see it for yourself. Wonder what it is. Here, the crystal in question. Because we saw that guy on Elpis when he said Pandaemonium, like at the end credits, after the credit scene. If it resembles odds you have encountered before, so maybe it's something from Elpis. Oh, it's like an Azem crystal. Yeah, it's like the Aramont crystals. Yeah, we've seen tons of these. Got to get one. Memory abides within these crystals. As I thought, you do know about this. You do know what this is. I see the Asians you see use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages, memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storage stones passed from master to student. A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first steps to unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? As seen in memories, windows through which we can gaze upon conversation of 14. Unlike the crystals in Sir's story, this one does not bear the mark of convocation. Who then could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it instead adrift on the ethereal sea? Professor Claudian. Bro's having thoughts. He is lost. I'm well aware of the contemplation is his key to breakthrough, but there is propriety to consider. We have a guest, one you invited explicitly. Must we do this every time? What? Ah, yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up the crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. If anyone, message come. Pandaemonium, please. Faces, great threat, star, in danger. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What expression does not bode well? What did he see? Pandaemonium? 'Tis not a word I have heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons? Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memories to hand. Nemgigi Rilsanad, I entrust your procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. As for you, there is a person I will have you to seek, the one who has delivered to so dire a warning. The story tells us that the crystal could very well have been made by one of those ancients. If that's the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip far into the past to an era before the Sundering. Or we're going back to the past again, I guess. I know of only one individual capable of a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. Yeah, me. I must confess, the tales people tell about your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been subject of much debate upon my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind at every incredible exploit. So I ask you now, return to the past, find out what and where Pandaemonium is, and if we need to be concerned of this message. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think we have seen the last of its memories. and more may be drawn out of it as you approach their source. Safe travels. We meet again soon. Alright, back to the past we go. Pandaemonium. If receives this message. Whoa. Come, Pandaemonium, quickly. I wonder what that feels like. Like, does it feel like I'm being hugged by ice or like crystals? Like, what does that feel like? Did I just fall? Did I just get dropped here? Oh, this is Elpis. We're back. It looks the same. A hug. Oh, I fell on top of him. My bad. Who are you? Could it be? No, of course not. Apologies. Well, for the briefest moment, I thought you were to be a dear friend of mine. I realized how much social is preposterous. Is this young Hithlodius? He kind of looks like him if he would be younger, but I don't think it is. He told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. No, I don't think it is. I think this was like before, like after we came, but before the end, somewhere around there. Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I am not one of Elpis. Rather, I come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here, but it's plain that you do not. I'm also here on assignments. Yeah, I don't know who this is yet. I'm not gonna just tell him why I'm here. Themis, are you here to investigate Pandaemonium, perchance? Would not surprise me. Should we share the same purpose? Oh, I guess we are. If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being intrusive, but you must understand that this is an uncommon occurrence. Oh, that's fair. Good questions. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep our. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Okay, Themis. If that's really your real name. Fascinating. While I cannot say much as to what it contains, it is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandaemonium. The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the words of La Habrea. It houses those creations that are highly valuable as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Not Laha bread again. So several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandaemonium ceased. Uh-oh. I'm here as a representative of an organization that works directly with the convocation, and have been tasked with investigating this incident. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? Sure. You seem like a stand-up guy to me. During the course of your investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking with Melina, Inapura, Jolie, and Radzat Han. We're familiars there. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandaemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangements would work in our mutual benefit. Besides, I shall have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I've been waiting for so long. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigations with the friend I mentioned earlier. He had not noticed the an anomaly near Pandaemonium, so it only seemed natural that we should investigate together. However, he eventually decided that it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organization were poking around a restricted facility, it could raise questions, you see. I decided to go alone, but he left me with these words: "Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you." While I continue not comprehend his meaning of all that, I believe now I understand. I did fall, not before him, but on top of him. Even so, his hints of what to come are generically more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea to enter Pandaemonium. There are the speakers waiting and the guards. Why are you looking at me like that? What a fascinating etheric signature. Ahem. In accordance with the convocation request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandaemonium. Nice. I shall register your ether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandaemonium as you please. Perfect. That was easy. Now that was a painless process. I take this as a sign that we were meant to conduct our investigations together. Of course, while you have been permitted entry into the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with utmost care. You are to heed the warder's instructions at all times. Those who conduct their work with Pandaemonium are called warders, for their roles with respect to with the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of La Habrea has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study. Those who spend their days in Pandaemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. For all intent and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such as the comparison arouses frightful. Okay, so the things that should be undone, like we did before, like the things that are like bad, are not. Some are not being undone. Some are taken to Pandaemonium for more research, or to the La Habrea place for more research. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. Are we gonna meet La Habrea before time? And I take it means you have detected nothing amiss as of late. The warders have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in ether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if they were anything worth worrying about. I see, it appears La Habrea is kept well abreast. The guy that unleashed Ultima? I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries by asking you, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, the stories I could tell you. Know him? We've met. I'll just keep it at that. That a mere familiar would have the honor of to meet Master La Habrea. He is not known to easily afford others his time, so he must be extraordinary indeed to be granted even a moment of it. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you, he is of the convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandaemonium, the Neos that will take us there is on the eastern bank of Leith. Let us delay no further. Interesting. I have to contain my surprise for the sake of appearance, but is it true that you too have met La Brea in the flesh? I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager, or else why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandaemonium with my own eyes. Here to a new adventure, eh? Teleport to Pandaemonium. Whoa. He wasn't lying when he said this is a dungeon. What the hell? This would be some place that La Habrea would be in charge of. It is much as I feared. The speaker seemed in such high spirits that for a moment thought the ethereal and irregularity not nearly so grave or potent as I had imagined. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. Just all like multiple doors or whatever these are. That looks crazy. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws. However, someone or something is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Uh-oh. Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced with our protection as I could the moment we arrived. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory though, the road ahead is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. Okay. However, there's something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. I'm used to it. Should I lose focus, Pandemonium's protection will rapidly crumble before the force assails them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it, but let us at least be grateful that either of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceful solution, then I hope that I can rely on your strength to see us through. Of course, you have my promise. Thank you for offering your help so willingly. If weapons are drawn, I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Okay. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your ether as basis of illusory allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the look of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Cool, like a raid party. Then so shall it be. Now what I wonder awaits in Pandemonium pitless hells. So I see that there's like multiple wall barriers. Is it gonna be like a boss at each barrier until we get like to the top, or? Oh, all right, never mind. We're just hopping straight into this.
What'd you call it?
Asphodelos.
Asphodelos. I love Asphodelos. Oh my god, wait, why are there... Who has the key to adventure? Like...
Asphodelos.
Ericsonios. My old boy Eric.
Smash.
Electrical gear. What's the better gear?
I don't care about
90.
that.
Oh, he's 100. Yeah, that guy. I give it to the right one. He knows what he's doing. I have never touched this one before. What do you mean?
Damn.
Oh, he's the one in the cutscene.
Just like me for real.
Pretty little bastard.
Whoa.
Let them move with me.
Whoa, wait, that's actually a fire entrance.
I know what you are.
Everett, okay.
Ericsonios.
Thank you.
This is all Greek inspired, baby. You need a pronunciation, just at me. This is my shit.
Am I?
Thanks, dance.
Appreciate it.
Every time. Do it in its hell.
Oh, I was barely standing at the edge of that.
Me too. That shit whizzed by me. I went, oh. My favorite main series. I love a freaky little science lab.
Yeah, I hear this one. I think
Not Eden?
well, it's from these.
Oh. Oh, sorry guys.
Like Adam as well.
Is it the chains?
Yeah, that's TikTok.
I was not paying attention. Not bad.
No damage.
Yeah.
I admitted you. Other people admitted you. Yeah. That's my main thing.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
Okay, so look from the bottom up,
Mm-hmm.
and then look at your coordinates. Stand on the
Oh.
Oh, that would not work.
Is there a symbol? Oh, I do see. I see. not on the right one that time.
That's okay. This right here is gonna be tough for you because you're colorblind.
Oh.
A lot of them are
And it's red and
based on the
blue.
name of the spell.
Okay.
Not that part.
I
But
think I'll be
later.
fine with these because they're not at least close colors, so I'll be okay. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna finish this. We're gonna bring you straight to Savage, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
You think I'm fucking kidding?
Do I have to? I think I have to do
Some kinda
all of them
joke?
to do the Savage one, though, no?
Not anymore. You
Oh.
only have to do the first 4 to get access. I've never done the first 4 Savage.
I mean, like
wanted to.
first four, like
They're awesome.
bunch.
I don't remember this thing at all. Oh.
Hmm?
That was
What am I looking for?
not bad. And this is on blue. I
I'm gonna
thought.
just do this.
Nope.
It is, but she's cleaving the side of the arena.
Oh, I stood on the wrong side. Fuck you, bitch.
Like a paint privilege, so I'm gonna do all that.
Hmm.
He's not in here. Oh, I got walled.
Oh no,
Haha.
that's all good.
I
we
need to
got
move my
it.
dash. I need to move my dash away from my glare. That's so fucking funny.
Easy claps.
Who the fuck opened that? What the hell?
No, Wolf actually wants his gears.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hopefully that. He wants.
Demis, that was
saying
thrilling
I'm not at all.
display.
There's food for
And if I may be vaunting the warriors I spun from your ether, fought every more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they can't cut from excellent cloth after all. True. We should wait until the man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us. Oh, so some of the warders got turned into like a scrambled or raw is eating raw eggs for fun is crazy. He stutters. Steamed? I've never had steamed eggs before. Boiled. What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, though I knew not of your intentions. Erictonios. Pray accept my apologies and my thanks had you knocked some senses back to me. You're welcome. I'm Erictonius, the warder of Asphodelos, Pandaemonium's highest layer. Ah, one must wonder why you were so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandaemonium? Fried or fertilize? The creations interned within Asphodelos. Am I saying it's Asphodelos? I honestly, you told me how to say it and I forgot again. And that is not good, to say the least. No, never. Each level of Pandaemonium is under the charge of a keyword who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They select with great care, and their loyalty to Master Bray is absolute. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispering assailing my senses, then and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury. I see your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind, perhaps the self-same ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from my clutches. That you've come from the surface must mean some ward of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Whoops, side I ain't trying so hard. I was just looking at what you guys were talking about. Horror among horrors. So Pandaemonium's protection are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individuals that releases captives and set them upon you. No doubt, such knowledge avails us little. However, if we cannot ascertain their identity. What was that? Oh, bro, I was like, I didn't queue for anything. That miss wasn't. You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the convocation. Were they to receive word of what has transpired here? What measures would you take? All right. Doesn't go well with this. Oh, you're talking about doubtless they would consider this place to be lost cause. Pandaemonium's ties to the world, outside world, has been severed, or perhaps it will be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought, were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of La Habrea would never risk that, despite the value of research subjects may hold. Ericthonius. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon to save them. You would go alone? I won't leave the others warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. It doesn't seem the smartest thing to do, but I think he's gonna agree. Forgive my rudeness, Ericthonius, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. Let them change in the background? It's to lock people up, like you, in these damn cages. Hey, I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend. Now this is apparently La Habrea's dungeon, where he kept all the beasts that would have been undone. He decided to keep them down here for more research, and now everything's going to shit. So, so you agree to help? For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandaemonium yet hold. So for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon course. We must have set upon. Lock me up, I didn't do anything. Go on and say how? Well, as you saw, the thing we just fought, it was Ericthonius, but he was transformed into that beast to try to protect the Pandaemonium from the beast. So yeah. We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandaemonium halls by our side. Party of 3 is never ever so much entertaining than a pair of 2. Now, let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. So pretty much the people that were put here to protect this place is now turning. into what they are not really protecting. The things that are supposed to be locked here are trying to get out, and the people that were to keep them locked in are turning into the things that are locked here. I don't know how to word it, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Perfect. Under the surface. You're on mobile, huh, Meek? I think Twitch like updated and fixed the delay. I don't think you're on a delay anymore with mobile. Not a sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor warder has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but do you mean to rescue the warders and creations both? Naturally, although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see our labor, our untold hours of study go to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear you say such things, that is, if we had cause to report this incident to him. Where is he? Smile? I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. Side note, I went to Wendy's today and was told that they don't have burgers. Bro, I feel that. I've been there. So you have met him before? I have, yes. My mentor was previous head of the facility. That is to say, La Habrea's predecessor in the position of chief keyword. A chicken wrap with pickles. Ooh. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher with the words. Suppose she would be appointed me to this position. I've been talking about Athena since we got to Charlian. That's crazy. I see. I did not know there was a chief keyword before La Brea. Your motivation to use save your research subjects is not entirely driven by duty. So far we've heard of Athena, we've heard of Hermes, we've heard of Hades, we've heard of Cardibus. But of course, I'd hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Interment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. Yeah, teriyaki madness, alright? That sounds so good, bro. I've never been to Olive Garden. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only keywords of such tier is permitted to use intermittent. Even if I were allowed. Fascinating, I have knowledge of these forms of spellcraft. Actually, Labray himself established their foundation, I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, intermittent freezes the very space around it, so it no longer has caster wills. Oh. Indeed, while the illusory beings you summoned in our fight suggest as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of intermittent, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not the precise understanding of how the invocation interacts with natural laws that will be needed to cast the spells with consistency. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keywords without instructions. That being said, if I were to learn more about intermittent and inner workings, perhaps. I hate canes. I am the #1 canes hater. Hate is very strong. It's so simple and the sauce isn't even good in my opinion. I love the bread. Oh, that's crazy. That is actually crazy. Me looking at my dinner, canes. Damn. Unfortunate me. You got some no seasoning having chicken, apparently. That is funny. I don't know, I think canes is pretty cool. I like their high C. Their high C be bussin'. Alright, you know what? I think I agree with you with the no season chicken. But I think I've never had canes. I was just always really hungry, so I just dipped it in the sauce and went along my day. Canes are too expensive for a small amount of food. Yeah, it is. It is pretty expensive. Yeah. The sauce carries heavily. Leave the fighting to me. You two can figure out the rest. I did say we can do just that. Erictonius, you implied that what prevented you from performing in a minute was lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain, but I've never had such things that being done. I believe it may be our best recourse, that is of course assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep and we would have to start over. I support arcane levers, but you will not catch me eating it with my money. You needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that their emotions have been burned into my memory. Very well, let's work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures, though I suppose there's a matter of finding one. It will be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. I would prefer to engage a single creature, sir, could he dispatch his own spell. I agree, I may have an idea in this regard. I recall seeing a hippocampus wandering the waterways during our fight. A hippocampus? Few of the subjects housed in Asphodelos are fond of water. I believe we'll be engaged in the beast without fear of an unwanted guest. Poseidon? Monk. Then what shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is the better term. Before we commence that of intermittent magics, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. As dependable as ever, once you have given it thoroughly pouncing, we shall bind hippocampuses with their keyword magics. Until then, my illusion shall fight by your side. The hippocampuses will be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. Magic warps the environment around it, and it will be at home amidst the waterways. I've never had Jollibee. Damn. I wonder if no one just probably just called her out for it before, that's why she just continued. The hippocampus.
Yeah, right? The Viper?
Hey, Ninja.
I think Viper's higher damage, no?
I don't know, girl.
Whoa, that is
It doesn't
sick.
matter, this is normal.
Something called the hippocampus. I was not expecting it to look like this, I'm be honest.
I'm checking your brain.
I don't know, something close enough. Or a hippo.
Hello?
It's from, okay, yeah. Have you seen the Predator trailer? No. I have not. Did anyone else game crash? Oh, not just me apparently.
You're still fighting.
Yeah, I'm here back now. It like froze for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it does that. Oh. Goodbye.
Oh,
Oh god.
that hurt.
Can we stack that?
Yeah.
That's
What the hell?
No, he doesn't. Why are you? Oh. Hey. You're so smart. Wow.
I thought your ass get pulled. I was like, what the hell?
I should not.
Oh my god.
What's with their limit break bar?
Scratching my nose.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm good.
Nah.
I
Tank
didn't even
privilege.
take any damage. What the
Yeah, I use my
Yeah.
shield.
Eh.
What the hell? Thank
I
you,
don't-
party.
Oh my god.
Huh?
What? What happened?
What?
The Vipers from my old static that I have
Oh.
He's the guy that kicked me from the DSR group.
No,
No way.
way.
Yeah.
I knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus, as seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit the Pandaemonium, let alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms, indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you, too. Demise's power was more than enough to complete the interment. Spellcasting was never my strong suit. Truly, having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with her, I beg you disagree. Shackles is the one exception. It is only because I forced to practice it, since he was forced to practice shackles since he was a child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. That's kind of crazy, you know? Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. You may prove the impossible. The fire creation. While our success is sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact that we have yet to see any other warders concern me. The key word, Asphodelos, is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered the warders. Let's hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the key words besides their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? Of course, a man named Hesperos, in charge of Asphodelos. Not only does he have thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor. Hesperos. He has done much to ensure that I flourished here, in spite of my ineptitude of magic. And I have always known him to be the sort of man who faced difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not only masters of interment, they can also bend the hallways of Pandaemonium to their will of creation magics. With all this in mind, I am certain that so long as Hesperos guides them. Oh, good. Unless he's been turned, I can see why absolute control over the environment is imperative. Had we faced the hippocampus upon arid sands instead of the waterway, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is as capable as caring as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has like as not taken your colleagues to a secure location. The safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. From there, they could flee the Abyssos. Even should they have sought safe haven within the other circles, if we make for the fourth, we ought to encounter them on the way. Indeed, and we shall gain the comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos, which will be essential. The rub, of course, that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which has barred by the Phoenix. Last I checked. The Phoenix. I've heard the name before. A fiery bird with life eternal. And we're gonna have to fight a Phoenix? Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept boasts 9 boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure. However, La Habrea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. And he is hardly the only one. The Phoenix will be but one of many attempts to concepts gone awry. Aye, far from evoking wonder, our Phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath, and seek only to turn the world to ash. Thus was it confined in Pandaemonium. Development of the concept continues elsewhere, but as the moons turn, more and more researchers abandon the project as an impossibility, save for La Habrea and his words. When I received word that long last La Habrea had succeeded where so many others have failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the warders of Pandaemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? I don't believe we did. The researchers of the word of La Habrea has little consequence to our work here, save for those rare times it changes us with a new specimen. Truth be told, don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. Interesting. But enough reminiscing. We must make ready for the confront of the Phoenix. I certainly see no reason to delay. The Phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in the barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may as well serve us to subdue it sooner than later. Sounds good to me. Through the fire, through the flame, and through the wall. These statues, what do you call them? They look pretty cool. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Uh-oh. That's Hesperos. Oh no, he's helping the Phoenix because he's able to transform the corridors. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All smart taking us out of there, because we're pretty much in the Phoenix's homeland. It seems whoever's behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle. And who do we just talk about that can do that? Impossible. If those were creation magics that work, then that means let us confront that reality after we have conquered the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus shall be required in the enter of the Phoenix. Glorious.
Oh, this bitch. Phoenix. Hooked on phonics. Works for me. This slutty ass bunny.
Summon.
Oh, I've never done this before. Motherfucker, you skipped the cutscene.
Oh? The Phoenix. Oh, this looks insane.
I love this fight. This fight on Savage, very good.
Yeah, okay, dude.
Okay.
Oh shit. YouTube wasn't getting by that. I got hit by that? Excuse me?
Drop them on.
Oh.
I feel like the only time I've done this fight is when I was unlocking it.
I used to live in here, dude.
They know you're here.
He knows me very well.
On the right side.
Oh!
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope your stream was fun. Last thing I heard, last thing I saw was the part with Moon Breeder. But I hope everyone has fun.
Johnny, go to one and
I
go to the other.
got this one.
I got this one.
Come over here, dog.
Dead.
Oh, he's dead.
There's more.
What the hell's going on right now?
Nearly 10 hours later. Wow. Oh my god, I accidentally. Oh my god, I tabbed out. I tabbed out. I tabbed out. I tabbed out. I'm throwing. Accidentally took a screenshot and tabbed out at the same time. Jeez.
That gave me
Right
an instant
wing.
headache.
Careful. Right side.
How about that? Your little teepee spawning out.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Bro. Sorry, I'm so locked in. I'm gone inside. Alright, thank you though. Thanks for stopping by. Holy,
Gotta
thank you. Jesus.
Scrolling here.
Hunt that one.
Alright, hello everyone from Zarya's chat. Hello, hello. Call me Wolf or Sani. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I will shout out. Sorry, I was mid fight. I had to lock in. But I know that she's going through Endwalker as well. And I just finished Endwalker. So there is, if anybody in chat as well wants to check out Zarya's stream, she's going through Endwalker as well, same as I did. Okay, I see this. With that, the Phoenix is shackled once more. However, there is yet a matter in this area. As you've told us, there is but one person in Asphodelos with the ability, the authority to wield such magics. Though, fortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. He just came to us. A contemptible display. Easy. Even so, I expected it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of interment drag the phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more of a failure than its creators care to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. Hey, on business! You saw the way I pulled that shit out? Man, I had hoped our suspicions were misplaced, but alas. Yeah, it's Hesphos, or Hescephus, or whatever his name was. Hesperos, yeah, close enough. Hesperos, why? Why have you brought such chaos to the Imperium? Pandaemonium, pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Oh, Ericthonius, must you pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Surely you can muster a theory or two with the dim wit of yours. Then again, you have never been on one of insight. Why Master La Brea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. Whoa. Yeah, chat, so for anyone that is new joining as well, we are currently doing the Pandaemonium raids. This is after Endwalker. I kind of took a break. I'm taking a break from MSQ right now. So I'm doing all like the side stuff and dungeons and raids and stuff like that. But he clad in robes and shackled in chains. Was that all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. My mind is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing your feebly grasp for answers makes the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential, to be son of Master La Brea, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. But of course, it's always about La Habrea. Silence. You are not worthy to utter his name. For once, be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I have slipped the surly bonds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. As a Himitheos shall I serve Master La Habrea, ever faithful. Uh-oh. And he shall require no other. I think not. Oh. W counter? Are you so blinded by arrogance that you have lost sight to what it means to serve? Ericthonius is more capable than you can ever know. It was thanks to his instructions that I was able to master the art of interment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Wow. Don't look at me, bro. Let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperus' mind, it is plain his power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Blinded. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a singular aptitude to master interment so quickly, to say nothing of how swiftly that familiar laid low the phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing, where they fritter away their strength in calming the beast of Asphodelos. I continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, naught shall await them but doom. I eagerly await your arrival, Ericthonius. Even dullers have their uses. Uh-oh. Whoa-oh. My darkest suspicions have been realized. We face the key ward of Asphodelos himself. More than revelation, however, Ericthonius worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, but received naught but scorn from whatever that keyword has become. He has said little since our return. Oh, he's over there. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be death knell for his resolve. Much as I loathe to disturb Ericthonius so soon after what just occurred, I am afraid circumstances do not afford us luxury of time. Perhaps it will do him well to speak about recent events concerning both the keyword and his father. Hey buddy, you doing okay? The creation of the world which surrounds Pandaemonium was an outstanding feat of magic prowess, a feat accomplished by none other than La Habrea. That both my father and I can bind other in chains is perhaps the only thing that we have in common. Ah, so it is true. I'm La Habrea's son? What? Bereft of his talents for magic and his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless? Nay, I had an inkling when you said he had practiced ethereal shackles since child. Of course La Habrea would have his son practice shackles, the freak. Long-held connection with La Habrea. No way. It was La Habrea that taught me how to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was overseen by the words of La Habrea. More specifically, my mother, who was a researcher here. No way, he has a child. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword before La Habrea. Athena is his mother? How astute. I can see now why you chose to lead this investigation. You're right. Athena was my mother. Oh my god. And it was she invited me to join her here. My brain had nothing to do with that. Bro. I see there is little love lost between you two. What I cannot see is why La Brea was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. Aww. R.I.P. Athena. And La Brea was too eager to assume her responsibilities, with nary a moment spared to her to mourn her. Wow. What love do I owe him now, when he offered not one drop of compassion then? Ah, I see. She's no longer with us. An expression to convey the end of life. Bro, Themis, be for real. I have known only the public face of La Brea, while he's lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances. I must admit, the oft he come across was cold. And he is. You have a cold father. He's a bastard. Apologies. But can we speak of something else? This topic isn't easy. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand, after all. Namely, how to deal with Hesperos. We have yet to see the other warders, and judging by what we know, we can summarize the Hesperos as confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, and he will be preparing for our next encounter, we cannot expect to face him on equal footing, quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations in another moment, Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course would be to find him first and foremost. True. Very true. He said that he has become one of the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to internment. Oh, real. In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough merely to confine him after all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it all truly so that he could serve his master? To my mind, he's merely put La Brea's work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. La Brea's chief keyword of Pandaemonium. How would throwing it in disarray win his favor? It doesn't make sense. That's true. I share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has us at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him to fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? I say it would be a bit too dangerous, if I'm gonna be honest. If you fail to confine him, I can always track him down. Yeah, let's go with that. Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you have faced in your past, but to see you so certain is all the convincing I need. Very well, let us try Ericdonia's plan. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hesperos spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of Vryocolicus, a beast. Vryocolicus. Interesting name. And we know all too well that he can change the environment around himself at will, but it will not be easy. Vryocolicus. The fourth circle. Let's go. Me
I'll
too.
be on
Me
all
three.
day. 9 a.m. 2 a.m.
Easy.
I'm adding 17 hours to my playtime.
Whoa.
Dude, you gotta put on, like, you're gonna overheat in that outfit. I'm fucking dressed for the fucking cold.
It's cold out here.
Like, this cat girl is cute. Girl, why are you eating?
Makes sense.
Yeah, fucking opener.
These holes are my domain.
Dude, I gotta turn my voice lines on for when we get to 9.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you rolled yourself.
Wait, does the spikes instant kill?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, good to know. I thought it was just like a board, like it wouldn't let me go by.
I'll hurt you.
This does not move.
Are we supposed to stand in this?
Oh, yep. I guess so.
Oh,
Sorry.
Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit.
No, you're good. I'm chilling.
Dude, I'm about to get king bustered. I'm calling it now. Let me target Johnny!
Fine.
There, a minute.
Dude, it just wasn't letting me target you. So kill yourself. In Minecraft.
Interesting. I can tell the difference between the one that pushes and the one that does not.
What am I doing? I ran straight into that.
Okay.
think.
That is not your role. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, bro.
Oh, my sure gas.
This one is hard.
Okay, so the cape means that he'll push. I get it.
Downloaded.
Downloaded.
And he doesn't even have a second phase in this one, so all good.
My minion is Nosferatu.
Ooh,
We know that guy.
you do know that guy. And then tomorrow we pick it up. We'll probably do a couple savages. Now, that means we end this here. Fools, I will not be put in chains. Oh. Night, me. To think that I would fall before one such as you, perhaps I should have treated you with more than a mere nuisance. Night. Thanks for playing. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge to seek. The secrets of my transformation, the secrets of my deception, they shall return to me, to the star with me. Don't do more without me, okay? You're wasting your breath, Hesperos. We have the upper hand now, surely you can see that. Yes, my repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. Oh? Okay. Okay. Congrats. I remain loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. No, you just died, bro. How did your ambition lead you so astray, Hesperos? You were better than that. Your stars shone more brightly than any other in Pandaemonium. You had La Brea's respect, his trust, and what more did you seek? That you would forsake all that and sully your legacy besides. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in taters. I fail to see any dignity in that. True, I agree. Even so, I would have liked to know why he chose this path. Hesperos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous that his fate had chosen you, and not him, to be La Brea's son. So terrible did his jealousy become that he sought Verbaton power. Power that La Brea would be unable to ignore. How does the pursuit for respect warp one's heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? Xenos, we learned it with Xenos. I've never heard of such a thing. It's not as uncommon as you think. Xenos was exactly the same way. Xenos even also killed himself at one point during our first fight. I admit I cannot but find it vexing, but perhaps that signifies not but my own capacity of bitterness. I do understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you true. How it is desperately wish the light upon us. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. We must find the other warders, and round them up remaining creations forthwith. I'm with it. I believe I can help in that matter. The influence of Hesperos' magic is fading throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control? Can you really do that? The smile was like, yeah, of course I can. Whoa. Demas, what is this presence? Erectonius, what lies beyond that threshold? Uh-oh. That's the passage which connects Asphodelos to Abyssos. Why? Be on your guard, you two. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstructions, I can easily sense disturbances in the lower level. Something stirs in Abyssos. Oh, that's where those people escaped to. Uh-oh. A warding signal? How? Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to appraise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over. Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have been scratched from the surface of Pandaemonium's troubles. My head is still swimming with questions, but could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this? It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this is more than a result of a panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that the same magic could oppose Hesperos' heart, twisting his affection of La Brea into a burning obsession. Then this, in his altered state, he was made to offer the power he could not refuse. Wait, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to the reason that they wouldn't stop at him. True. Indeed, our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for his experiments, for more potential Hemetheo. Hemetheo? If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Do not lose heart yet, Arctonius. Hesperios challenged us alone. That tells me that the process of his creation was long and taxing one. If he was the first Hementheos, then the rest of the warders are likely still alive. However, much as would like to hasten deeper Pandaemonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Asphodelos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles, and thus can wield inner magic within these halls at free will. Nice! The creatures will pose no threat to us. Perfect. Just like that, then nothing stopping us from returning order to Asphodelos. Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have returned to their confinement, however. You are Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help. Do you mean to send a report to La Brea? 'Tis too soon to say. Let us first find a way to Abyssos. It would be the best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible. Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life with Pandaemonium, then I'm not above asking La Brea for help, should it come to that. Recent discovery certainly paints Asphodelos' actions in new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with the utmost caution. To the end, Ericdonius and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as you remain in Asphodelos. We should take the time to rest. Surely you are weary, and there may be more battles ahead for us. Demis's burden grows heavier in their absence, but he has shown he is more capable to bear it. Still, I would help wheresoever I'm able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you two, and I mean to repay the debt I owe. I don't know what to use outside of placating the creatures, but I'll find a way. Nonsense, you owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of the magics which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Otherwise, we would have likely succumbed to the hippocampus's assault. Each of us have arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it's only by combining our respective expertise that we shall reach the end of it, and see Pandaemonium saved. Yes, sir. Thank you, Themis. Asphodelos' words seem to have affected me more than I realize. Together we've come this far, and together we'll reach the end. I have no doubt. Even so, let us allow Sir to rest. Besides, you have someone awaiting a report on your progress, yes? I did say your story will be much more than they even imagined. True. Welcome back. From the past, none the worse for wear. I see. So what did you find? So there's evil afoot in Pandaemonium, an already ominous place. I must say, mythic beasts and missing warders. Truly, we are fortunate to see you return to us in one piece. It appears the voices heard from the crystal spoke the truth. As for who left it behind and why, those are yet questions to be answered. Indeed, it could be someone who lived among the ancients, or it could be someone trying to avert the tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet, ilm by ilm, we shall unveil that mystery, with the help of Sir, of course. By his actions was the fabric of the past reshaped, yet he returns the same present he left, which can only mean one thing. His intervention in Pandaemonium crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. Okay, so yeah, we're not changing anything, we're pretty much just learning the history, because nothing has changed in the present. There's no telling what consequences would arise if we stop pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling in Pandaemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures would escape, what ripples would carry forth to the future? You might wreak for havoc upon the world of the ancients, and the despair will leave the indelible mark upon our history's pages. The first final days already had a drastic effect on the eons that followed. If this scar left were made even deeper, then we risk losing our present itself. Ooh. Whatever the cause, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I have asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue the work in Pandaemonium? Of course. Your tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there is aught we can do to ease your burden, you need only say the word. Speaking of which, might you return the crystal into our keeping. While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further. For sure. Shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time. And as matters up seems to be in similar state, I must ask that you rest. But before that, allow me to make an introduction. Our own research moves into a critical stage. Found it suitable to recruit another assistant. Claudine. Mylene is an Mylene, I said his name. Mylene is an expert in ornaments from throughout history. Be they from the far-flung past or made... Okay, nice. We know researchers in numerous fields that would love to get their hands on artifacts from bygone eras. Would give your goods a return. Oh, cool. So it's the same person that I could have went to in Radzahan. Furthermore, if you ever wish to pursue the records of events you have reported here, NMGJ has been taken faithfully and through thorough notes. Thanks, NMGJ. I sense that we have embarked upon something monumental, something that will dwarf all else I have accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor, no reassurance than to have your capable assistance in the endeavor. If there is anything to be found that will contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mysteries of this crystal, and you will be the first to know when we do. Yeah.